Enter a world of enchantment, of enlightenment, Meg's magical mansion.
Come, whoever you are, to Meg's Magical Mansion, a virtual guest house for spiritual wayfarers, a place where the ordinary becomes magical, where wisdom is yours for the asking, and where your higher nature is just a wish away. Thanks for joining us here today at Meg's Magical Mansion. I'm Meg, and this is my scrumptious parlor maid, Parfait. Charmed. And here in my lap is my adorable assistant, Miss Alice Poopers. Thank you, Parfait. You are very welcome. And I hope everyone is ready to be scared today like Miss Alice Poopers here.
Because today we're going to be talking about creepy, scary, terrifying Halloween horror movies.
And we're going to share with you some of our favorite classic horror films. That was a little scary. And it's good because today we are talking about scary things and scary movies. And our words of wisdom today come to us from one of the scariest people of all times, the actor Vincent Price. And they are, do you ever rub your eyes and suddenly find you're awake and not asleep, as you'd grown to suspect you were? Shall we meditate on that, Oops? Yes, I think we shall.
Relax. Breathe in and out. It's all right to allow yourself to be afraid in controlled situations. Relax. It's only a movie. Sometimes it's good to let your fears out in a safe space, like a scary movie. So relax.
Oh, well, that did calm me down. I was feeling a little spooked. Today we are going to be talking about some famous, classic, vintage horror movies. Everyone here at the mansion has a favorite movie. And we're going to start off with Parfait. Parfait, would you like to tell us a little bit about your favorite horror movie?
And now it's time for What's the Tea with Parfait.
Hi everybody, this is Parfait coming to you. I just had to share what I think is the scariest movie. Well, this little gem from 1958, directed by Quentin Lawrence, had another title actually, The Tullenberg Terror. But this is known as The Crawling Eye. And The Crawling Eye, although it sounds like something you catch after a date, is actually not that. This is about this crawling, slithering eye that takes over this Swiss village, and these poor little people are just having to get out and survive. Anyway, it is truly great. And even though you might not remember Quentin Lawrence, he actually did some other pretty famous movies, such as The Strange World of Planet X, The Avengers, and of course The Invisible Man. So this sci-fi movie that just, oozes all over the place has such famous taglines as, "Warning, if you've ever been hypnotized, don't come alone." And of course, a man dissolves, and out of an oozing mist comes a hungry eye, slave to the demon brain. Although I kind of want to end that with demon fist. Anyway, my personal favorite though is the nightmare terror of the slithering eye that unleashes agonizing terror on the screaming world. Needless to say, you definitely need to check out this movie. Jim, whatever you want to call it. I can remember when I was a little girl, I would just be watching this movie at night and it would terrify me. It kept me up all night, just thinking about what would happen in that Swiss village if I was there, and what would happen if the crawling eye came after me. I've always feared it would like come out from beneath the bed or out of the closet. Really, the only thing that ever came out of the closet was me. But it was truly horrifying. And my parents always, they try to keep you from watching things like that. But this movie, to this day, still, for whatever reason, as cheesy as I know you're going to think it is, still haunts me. Anyway, I think this is a truly creepy movie. And again, if you want to get a glimpse at some real cheesy special effects and just some overall interesting acting, then you definitely want to grab your boo a couch and some popcorn. Not to mention little Vito. This is Parfait. Bye.
Poopers, I don't know if I want to see the crawling eye. If it scared Parfait that much, it might be kind of creepy. Also sounds kind of fun. Mist, Swiss chalets, and eyeballs, crawling eyeballs? I don't know. Ooh, I want to see that one. All right, next up, it's Scallion. Scallion, please tell us all about your super scary movie pick.
Scallion here. October is the perfect time to watch scary movies. Well, one of my favorites is The Tingler. This classic film, released in 1959, was directed by William Castle. It was written by Rob White and stars horror film favorite Vincent Price. Vincent Price plays Dr. Warren Chapin, a coroner who develops a theory that the tingling humans feel in their spine when frightened is actually a parasite. This parasite lives in the spine, it grows and feeds on fear. Only by releasing the fear while screaming will the tingler again become inert. Toss in an underhanded movie theater owner, his deaf, mute wife, guess who can't scream? A two-timing wife, and Dr. Chapin has his hands full. His obsession with capturing a live tingler leads Dr. Chapin on a path of drug use. The first time LSD use was ever depicted on a film, and even murder. However, the most interesting part of this film might actually be the marketing plan William Castle created to promote it. Castle came up with a scheme called Percepto, which involved wiring random seats in the theater to vibrate at a key moment. Castle hired people as plants in the audience to scream. A model tingler might even be pulled across the screen by a wire, making moviegoers think that a real tingler was on the loose in their theater. In the trailer for the film, William Castle assures filmgoers that they will be safe from the tingler as long as they scream. All in all, The Tingler is a classic from the William Castle library. It's a combination of a creepy premise, clever subplots, Percepto, campy special effects, screaming, and of course the one and only Vincent Price. Scallion suggests you grab some popcorn and get ready to literally scream for your life.
The Tingler, one of my all-time favorites. I love that movie. Of course, I'm a big Vincent Price fan. So, next up, for our next movie pick, we're going to go to Alice Poopers. Alice Poopers, you gotta wake up so you can tell us about your favorite scary movie pick.
Scoop, 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 scoop from poop, poop, scoop from poop, scoop, scoop from poop, poop, scoop from poop.
My
Alice Poopers. That was a silly movie review. I don't even think you watched that movie. Pet Cemetery. This puppy. She's so funny. She's too much of a scaredy cat to watch that movie. Well, let me tell you what I like to do when it's scary movie time. I like to get all snuggled up in bed with Miss Alice Poopers and get my remote control ready and get ready to watch a good scary movie. And my movie choice is Bucket of Blood from 1959. It's a comedy horror film. It's a comedy, a cromedy, I don't know what you call it. Anyway, it was directed by Roger Corman, the Pope of pop cinema. And how did he get that title? Let me tell you the name of just a few of the movies he directed. 1955, the original, The Fast and the Furious. The Attack of the Crab Monsters in 1957. The Wasp Women in 1959. How about Teenage Cavemen in 58? The original Little Shop of Horrors, not the Rick Moranis one, 1960. House of Usher with my favorite Vincent Price in 66. The Man with the X-Ray Eyes in 1963. And tons of other great classic westerns, race movies, car movies, and of course the sci-fi horror movies. Then in the 70s, he went on to produce a whole bunch of disaster movies like Tidal Wave, Piranha, and Avalanche. By the way, I don't like to spill the tea too much on Scallion, but back in the 1970s, Scallion actually worked for Roger Corman on one of those disaster movies as a stuntman. I'm not going to say which one, but I'm just going to say, if you happen to see one that has a lot of snowmobile racing and jumping, that's our Scallion. Anyway, on to the Bucket of Blood. This movie is about a little busboy in an artsy-fartsy, little finger-clicking, beret-wearing coffee shop. Played by Dan Miller. He's just adorable in the part. Well, everyone in this coffee shop is a pretentious artist, and all they do is put this boy down. And all he wants to do is just be a great artist like they are. So he gets himself a big thing of clay and goes home one night. He's going to be an artist. Except there's a little accident with his landlady's cat. Little oopsie, and the cat doesn't make it. So now he's got to deal with the body of the cat and the lump of clay and somehow put it all together into a cat sculpture. And voila, an artiste is born. Now he's becoming the talk of the town with his cat sculpture, and he's under pressure to produce bigger and more elaborate works. So I'll just let you figure out what happens next in this very biting, funny, dark comedy. Check it out. And now, before I go watch my movie, in the words of Buddha, thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared. Thanks for joining us here today, and I hope you check out one of our recommendations for a horrible good time. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, and we'll let you know about new episodes, and check us out on the Instagram. See you next week. Don't forget to join us. We're having our Swingin' Samhain Spectacular. Until then.
Scallion here, and who's the next contestant on the Vincent Price is Right?